So Alyssa and I finished watching 13 Reasons Why on Netflix last night. We finished at about 4:30 a.m. and I want to start this reaction off with a poem that I wrote. It's hard to really say what I've gotten from these tapes, but words from a fictional character that represents so much more than a girl named Hannah. But a feeling, a deep-seated stealing of freedom and love that sent her to what I hope is above. It all hit home so hard as I reopened some scars that have held back full feeling and kept away behind bars. I'm not just sad for Hannah, but every girl out there, objectified and demoralized by their friends, classmates, and peers' eyes. We really never know the impact we have on those that we don't even realize we've stabbed. It could be a nervous turn around the corner to avoid confrontation when the other just missed you and wanted a conversation. We won't always feel the pain of others because they hurt so much and stay covered. We need more brothers and sisters arm in arm, driving cars, sharing lives that hide behind fake smile and sad eyes. We cry when we discover what we didn't think would bother, from little comments and shared pictures that turn into overuse of numbing liquors. Can we fix this? Only by being vigilant and standing and keep sticking with it. We'll look among the crowd for the cries for help with no sound. We'll look to consider if the other is pushing harder simply because they want us to draw us in closer for a real conversation about what's going on with these strange acts that really are just hesitation. Our worries are based in our own fears of them thinking we're weird, queer, or overly near to just being sincere. Let's listen and know that when pushes get thrown and we need to hug them closer so that they know the conversation and relation isn't over. We must stand when they push away, love when they shove, and keep them grounded when they try to fly above. Into the clouds where humanity drowns and it lacks oxygen for our lungs to begin to breathe again, and the thoughts within to cause deficit. Let's bring them back down. So, really, what I got from watching it was really hard to watch. I think that show should not just be rated R, but that really I've never, after one of the main scenes that a lot of people talk about when she did commit suicide, I fainted. Alyssa was there and pulled me over, and for about 20 minutes, I was out for like 2 minutes, just lost all blood pressure, and like my entire body was numb. I was so viscerally reacting. Like, I'm seriously not kidding. I passed out. Like, I fainted on the couch. And I think one of the main takeaways is really to notice, if those of you out there have watched it, you know what I'm talking about. For those of you that haven't watched it, really watch it with a parent. Unless you're 18, watch it with a parent. I'm still thinking about it. I'll probably still keep thinking about what I saw because it was so. It wasn't entertaining. Like most Netflix shows are entertaining, this was not entertainment. I found this was so much more than entertainment. This was so much more than art. It brought us through an experience, as I said before, on a field trip, right? Uh, I felt like by the end of the show that now, given that we did do a 10-hour marathon of it, I felt embedded in their culture. Like, it was painful watching what was happening. And I think what we can do about it is know that when we watched Hannah pushed people away. She was looking to see if people would come back and talk to her. The counselor, Clay. We watched characters that she would push away and hope, really hope, that they would come back. And I see this with my students all the time, not on that level, but I'll see them push me away. And I think I don't realize enough that they're really just testing me. So often we take it personally when people push us away, when they say that they want us to go away, when in fact they're really testing us. Now, that's certainly a fine line. I had a friend that was I knew was that we were both concerned that they might hurt themselves, and they did push me away, and we got this person help, and it made all the difference in the world. I don't know if they would be with me today if they hadn't gotten help. So being able to put your own emotions aside and start looking and registering when people are trying to push you away simply because they're testing you. It's one of the hardest things that I've found in humanity is when friends and family and people that trust and love you are pushing you away, is looking for how you can solve that, how you can deal and work with that and not push back. We watched the character Zach took it really personally when Hannah pushed him, and he didn't realize how much harder he pushed her back. We don't realize when people are going unnoticed, and I think it's that when people are being super, one of the things I tell my students oftentimes when they're dealing with something and they refuse to talk to me, I ask if they're talking to somebody about it, because obviously Hannah was not talking to anybody about it. Whatever, like if you were a counselor or a friend that knew something was going on with her, or a parent, and they won't talk to you, making sure that they're talking about it with someone, I think is important. So these are some of my initial responses. I imagine I'll have a lot more thoughts and feelings in the next couple of days as I will be interacting with my students again. It's been the weekend, and everything gets put in a different context and different perspective when you're around people that this could affect. So for those of you out there that have watched it, really think about what you can take away from it rather than just being entertained. I know there have been some people out there, they said, yeah, it's a great series, you should watch it. And coming back from them, like, how did you not tell me other things about this? How did you not tell me how important and impactful this work was, this 13 episodes? It's so much more than a good show. I've been deeply impacted by it, and I don't think it should be taken lightly. To all my viewers out there that you've listened and take on what I invite you to do in these videos, whether it's stepping outside your comfort zone or staying weird, just know that I do this because I love you, and I'm really thankful that people do listen to what I have to say, even though it's not always relevant, it's not always important to them. I thank you for it. You give me validation every day that what I'm doing is worthwhile, and that my existence is appreciated. So thank you for that. Just like yesterday, I feel too sad to say stay weird at the end, because it's so much more of a light-hearted comment at the end. So I'll leave you with, find the people in your life that you can stay weird with, and stay weird with them. Thank you.